Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. You're watching Smart24 TV, and we do drive your business. My name is Anthony Sebale, and I am your host. And this is the point where we analyze economic policy, bringing on board stakeholders in the different sectors of our economy that are contributing a lump sum and have not been given quite enough attention. We do give them attention here, and we discuss and debate on matters that are pertinent in these sectors and see how we can promote our economic well-being without stepping on anyone's toes as well. Remember to follow the show on Twitter. We are at Smart24 TV, that's our handle, and my personal handle is at Anthony Sebale as well. You can also catch us live on YouTube at Smart24 TV live there and catch the latest on business and economic policy. Now, there's been a lot of talk on the labor externalization business in Uganda. This business has been growing time immemorial, and there's been a lot of people, young Ugandans, who have been able to go abroad to start to work. When you look into the business, the industry is greatly contributing to Uganda's revenue base. According to statistics, between 2020 and 2021, remittances from migrant workers yielded up to over $900 million. Now, this is exceeding over $559 million from coffee exports. Just, you can imagine how much this sector contributes to the economy. However, the sector has been marred with several challenges, including human trafficking, including domestic violence, and there's been a lot of attention, especially by our leaders in this direction, on what could be done to streamline labor externalization. On the market, we have so many counterfeit labor companies, labor exporting companies that have actually, some of them, been brought to book, but many remain at large and continue to take out Ugandans for external work, sometimes ending up as sexual workers, sometimes ending up under very violent working conditions, and sometimes resulting even into death. Now, today I am going to be discussing labor externalization and more with a gentleman from the External Labor Agencies of Uganda. This is a new agency here in Uganda, and we are yet to know what they are all about. I'm going to be having Mr. Tom Mwesigwa,
yes,
who is the vice chairperson, if I'm not mistaken, there of the organization. I'll also be talking to Mr. Kasuo, and he is also a member of the organization that we are talking about here. You're most welcome, gentlemen, to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's glad to be here.
Yes, I'll start with you, Mr. Tom.
Yes.
First of all, tell us about, I know we haven't met, we are meeting probably for the first time.
Exactly.
Tell us about your 2023 so far, and what the External Labor Agencies of Uganda is all about.
Thank you very much. Mwesigwa Thompson, I'm the CEO of Triple One Group. Uganda Limited is one of the experienced labor companies, and I'm the interim chairman of ELAW, the new association that is getting things rolled and change, bringing that healthy competition. For 2023, being that it's a year when we just came from COVID, that's 2020, 21, 22. It has been slow, and we have a challenge that the biometric expired, and the 60 days, they had given the extension 23 days. 23rd, it was ending on 23rd February. It's ended, and we're still waiting for a new bilateral agreement. So there is some much of hiccups, and things are not moving well. And that's why, we are here to let the government know and the public know what's going on, and we make things move.
Mr. Kasuo, you're most welcome to the show. Tell us about yourself and your role in the External Labor Agencies of Uganda.
Thank you, Mr. Good evening, viewers. I'm called Kasuo Fred, a member of ALEU, the new association. that just come into existence. Yeah, we are here and to solve those minor issues that we are having in our labor externalizing sector. We are soon tackling them, of course. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'll start, Mr. Tom.
Yes.
Let's talk about Uwera and Ilau, if I may say. We've been so used to Uwera, and it has been around for quite some time.
Yes.
You are a new body doing something almost similar to Uwera. Where is the line, and why this time External Labour Agencies of Uganda, not Uwera?
Thank you very much for asking that question. First of all, Uwera started when I was there, and we can say it's high time when we bring up a new association. Even we are suggesting that we can even if have more, 3, 4. You get the point? Because in any market, if there is a competitor, there is always that healthy competition if you're doing the right thing. So I think Elau coming up, it will bring more of healthy competition of what we think is not going right. In the other side, we can do it right. And they will be like, if what we're not doing right, they will be doing it right. And the benefits will go to the company owners and even the migrant workers abroad. And that, it will at large benefit the whole country.
Let's talk about a healthy competition. When we look at the objectives of Uwera,
yes,
one of them was to ensure licensing of companies, a smooth licensing of companies, to see that only licensed companies are operating in Uganda.
Yeah.
What are some of your objectives as Elau in this case, especially as a new body here?
Yeah, thank you. It's like an association. It's like a voice of particular group. Now, in this case, these are licensed companies that came up and formed an association. Now, one of the roles was to make sure that let's say we combat like human trafficking. Like we licensed companies, we keep taking people in right procedures. And now, we as Elau, it's more of similar. But when I talk of health competition, I'm meaning what I feel that you have not done right, how we do it right. For example, if it's time to fight human trafficking and we are seeing that we can do it better, we will do it better, and those who want to follow us, they will follow us. That's what I'm meaning, the healthy competition. You get the point? So there is nothing much that we are going to change and bring heaven on earth. That's what the viewer should understand. It is a sector. Now, for example, I can give you an example. If Uwera had like maybe 15 workers, this time adding Elau would be having like 34 workers, depending on the way we're gonna do our roles and responsibilities. That is over 34. Internally, we are increasing the job and the jobs for the people. Secondly, we are increasing the capacity of handling people who are abroad, who are yearning for that help. So the benefits will increase to the company owners and the migrant workers who are there crying for help. Because I want to tell you this openly. By law, Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development mandates the company to take the responsibility of monitoring all the clients you have externalized it. You understand? So even as an individual, you can do what Elau does, what Uwera does. But what brings us together as an institution is to have a bigger voice. You get the point? To have that bigger voice, and we do things holistically to get the solution as quick as possible. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Mr. Kabuso, here, I want to bring you in and ask you a kind of similar question. As Elau, this time round, we are coming to an edge where we can no longer do away, and that's the next question I'm going to be asking. But before I even go there, why we cannot do away with labor externalization? What do you have to bring on table at the moment when Ugandans are flocking to Middle East countries, when Ugandans are in urgent need of jobs? And we are saying, yes, he has said we need to create a healthy competition. And sometimes competition breeds survival, and it helps people to actually survive. Because without competition, sometimes we have complacency.
Yeah.
What new touch are you bringing to the industry?
You see, let me face it this way. I'll give an example. On Smart TV, you understand? Before we had one TV, maybe for clarifying. Then after we went on doing what? Emerging, getting the best. You understand? As a law, we are not coming and saying you're promising this and this, but we want to simply make what has been not straight to be straight. In which way? As you have been members of my association, what caused us to pave has been all over the social media. You understand? It was a cause. You see? So now, building on that cause, we said no. As directors, we have a vision. We want to see where our country to be at. You understand? We came up and said no. Let's associate as directors and come up with something that can serve better our people as Ugandans. You understand? Because there are very many challenges facing our sector. Of some are no. So because this sector is broad, we are working with human beings. You understand? Where a human being is involved, no one 100% can be satisfied. You know that clearly. How much it's a family? You can have your wife at home. Just a small family, you understand? And you have those challenges. But now here, we are dealing with what? We are dealing with people, you understand? As we're dealing with people, there's those minor issues that have to be tackled. Then minor issues that have to be tackled. That our session, the former session, wasn't giving us an attention. So we said, no, let's come on board as directors, and you can see, you can have ways of how we can serve our people. You understand?
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the sector now. This is a big discussion here.
Yeah.
You've talked about the bilateral agreement that was halted in December.
Yeah.
To be very clear, on the 23rd of December. And the minister came out and said they would be working in the background to see that they renew this bilateral agreement. And you can already see the devastation it has caused, with so many people actually being halted from traveling abroad to actually be able to start work. Let's talk about the contributions of labor externalizations. When we talk about labor externalization, we've given this very bad picture sometimes that it crowds out. Yes, exactly. It crowds out the benefits of labor externalization. In your experience, especially working with labor externalization companies and recruitment agencies, what are some of the key contributions of this sector to Uganda's economy?
Yeah, thank you very much, moderator. I can tell you that me, myself, I'm a victim of Cheyo. I did my Cheyo for 11 years.
Oh, okay.
Those people have externalized, they know I'm their mentor. And one of my dreams is creating a millionaire society. So, Triple World Group has externalized almost 30,000 Ugandans since 2014. Now, by then, the active companies were like 15, 20. But right now, we are almost close to 400 licensed companies. What does it show you? That is a huge benefit that the labor externalization is bringing. First of all, the remittance, the capital, initial capital we put to open up these companies, 100 millions in the bank. You get 100 millions multiplied by 400 companies. You see how much money is in the bank and how much money the government is using to sort out some issues like developing infrastructures. Now, from there, over 400 companies, when you multiply, but average, every company is employing 15 workers. That is direct staffs. But there is even whom we call support staffs, like agents. We approximately employing between 5 to 6,000 and above internally, our sector as a private sector. Now, from there, you go now to the real game, labor externalization, where we have to migrate these people from Uganda to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now, averagely, in those years, if Triple R Group have taken over 30,000 workers. Now, what do you think, averagely, the whole country will have exported? Over between 400 to 600 Ugandans, because now the companies have increased, which means the margin has increased. Now, when you multiply, even the calculator, our normal calculators cannot calculate that. That's why you said when we were beginning this show, labor externalization surpassed our main cash crop, which is coffee, from 500 million US dollars to 900 million US dollars. What does it implicate? What does it show to the government? That huge remittance contribution to the government, it is fantastically, it should be fantastically appreciated. So now, in that huge remittance to the country, these are the sectors that benefit from change. I will just break them. Whoever wants to go and do research can do. Starting from the airline, air transport, including Uganda Airline. You get the point. They earn. Now, by earning, the workers get the salaries. By earning, the airline by earning pays the taxes. You get the point. So everyone in air transport, the whole sector in air transport earns on chair. Second sector that earns much in this, it is health sector, where every person that goes abroad, we have to pay a yellow book, 6,000 from more, Minister of Health. You get the point. Where you have to make sure these people have clear medical. Like every person must have a clear medical, no sick of HIV, syphilis, diabetes, and hepatitis. So all hospitals that are accredited by Gulf Council Corporation, even others who are going on self-initiative, they go for medicals, X-ray. That is health sector benefiting. Good transportation. Though airline is in transportation, but locally airline is huge. But now go to local transportation. These people going to hospitals, these people going to the airport. So the transportation sector also benefits. Now, leave alone that. Come back here to the general merchandise, hardwares. People go work, they have to come back and build. That's why that remittance we're talking of. So if you look at that, even the general merchandise, the hardwares, general business, because when you send the money to look after your family, they have to go to shops. They have to, to go to everywhere and buy anything they want. Now go to schools. Everyone that is abroad have capacity to take their kids in schools. Now, school, that is education system, still benefits actually much from the chair. Now, go to what internal affairs and where we get the passports. Imagine in a day, that's if you've been watching me over other TVs, I've been talking about this. How can you hate yourself and hate your country? You've got an opportunity, there is a sector that brings money, and you wake up and tell people, no, you are overcrowding here. Instead of looking ways and options of collecting that money that will be channeled into infrastructures, that money that will be channeled into paying public servants. You get the point? And somebody say, no, the labor companies are the ones bringing a lot of people. It should be an opportunity to tap. I've been blessed to go renew my license for 5 years from that new licensing company that contracted that sector. Have you seen how smart they are? You go there, in next 40 minutes you walk out with your driving permit. Why can't be the same? I'm showing you, I can touch on that, you understand? Now, leave alone all those sectors I've talked about. You go to like the public servant section, all the salaries. Where do you think when we bring all that remittance go? The government uses to sort out those issues. So everybody benefits from labor sector. So now what we need is to embrace the sector.
Not forgetting money transactions.
Exactly. Now, you thank you very much. You're very brilliant moderator. Look at the banks. Only that we've already talked about remittance, so it has where it passes, but it passes it in the bank. Every banking section benefits from this in that remittance. You get the point, because those figures we are cut, they are quoted from Bank of Uganda by research from other banks that are under Bank of Uganda. You get the point. Like, I cannot blame a labor sector, but it's only like Ugandans, we have poor mindset, and being a new sector, we are looking at it like, like as they say, it's the modern day slavery. But let me take you a little bit deep into this, like West African countries. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria, when you reach in Nigeria, in Lagos, you can think that you're not in Africa. When go in Ivory Coast, you can think you're not in Africa. When you go even here by our neighbors in Kenya, you may think that, is this part of Africa? You get the point. Because for these people, they have been benchmarking labor export. In Kenya, the process of taking girls takes like 21 days, because that's what was in bilateral agreement. But here it can take 6 months. Why? Because we hate ourselves. Because we are not understanding this. Everyone wants to come in this opposite to make sure they pass their own agendas. You get the point. But this is the best opportunity Uganda has ever had. This is the best opportunity the government should look at, and we modernize it. Like in Dubai, I've been in Dubai for 5 years. Philippine millionaires, they come in Dubai and invest into accommodations. So as at the end of the day, it's their fellows that are employed in Dubai that will be sleeping in accommodations, and they drive them to the work and they bring them to accommodations. There you have solved this outcry of the bosses, has touched me the shoulder, has touched me on the bum, has refused me food. You get the point. You drive from your accommodation, you go, you work. In the evening, the van come and picks you and takes you in accommodation. So instead of being against this, let's change our mindset. We benchmark other countries that have been good in this. If it was slavery, like the people they have the negativity on it, why would other countries take this at front as one way to earn? You get the point. Now look, like Senegal and those countries nearby Senegal who are dying in that ocean every day. Thousands and thousands dying crossing France. But go to Senegal and see. You see the development. It's all the foreign remittance. Go in France. I happen to work with Americans, an American embassy. I fought Iraq war. And for almost 9 years, we were working with army from all over the countries, including France. But the majority of France army, they are Africans, but not Ugandans. It is all of West Africa. Why? For them, even the young kid, the unborn baby, gets born knowing that I have to go to France. So we should embrace this, see at the advantages. Now we see, what can we do get this better? For example, like I've told you, Philippines and Pakistanis, they are investing in Dubai in accommodations. From there, their colleagues and their natives, they will have the solution where they can sleep and they go and work. So mistreatment will be normal. So
their safeties are guaranteed.
Yes.
So we're going to take a very short break, Mr. Tom.
Thank you.
Right there. And Mr. Kaubuso, I want to return with a question to you before we go ahead and explain some of the benefits and the longer vision,
vision
of the value chain of this industry. When you look at the minimum wage or salary for these people that are working abroad, is $270 US dollars. This is 1 million. Now, when you compare these two, this is what a deputy RDC earns here in Uganda.
Yeah.
The primary school teacher earns half of that.
The house pays primary teachers.
Yes, exactly. And when you look into a report from Labor Externalization, we see a 4.5 trillion contribution still to the sector. What can we do to streamline this money and make sure that we safely tap into this space without compromising the lives of our Ugandans, without compromising the standards of our workers, and of course getting to tap as much as possible into the space of labor externalization. My name is Anthony. I'm still talking to gentlemen from the external labor agencies of Uganda. A new body here to, of course, create a little bit of a new touch to labor externalization. My name is Anthony, and this is The Point. We return shortly after this short break.